pyramids have remained one of the greatest mysteries in history, fascinating both historians and scientists for thousands of years. Not only do the pyramids of Egypt, South America, and other regions of the world showcase incredible engineering skills, but their precise alignment has also drawn attention. A theory suggests that these massive structures served more than just as tombs or places of worship, that they might have been part of a larger, more mysterious network for signal transmission and energy distribution. Could these ancient pyramids indeed have been centers of energy or communication? Or are the unique alignments of their construction purely coincidental? Could ancient texts provide clues to support this theory? Let's explore these possibilities together. By the way, if you enjoy this kind of content, please don't forget to subscribe to my channel and like the video. Your support means a lot to me. Welcome to my channel, Discovery of the Mystery, where we will uncover the secrets. According to the theory mentioned earlier, all major pyramids around the world are positioned along specific latitudes and at regular intervals. These pyramids, far from being ordinary structures, may have been designed to create a global network for energy or signal transmission. Theorists argue that the pyramids located along the 30° north latitude play a critical role in this regard. One of the most notable examples is, of course, the pyramids of Giza in Egypt. The pyramids in Giza, especially the Great Pyramid of Giza, are among the most famous in the world, and their alignment with the Orion constellation is often cited as support for this theory. Another striking example is the Xi'an pyramids in China. These pyramids, located near the 30° north latitude, are seen as part of this global alignment. In the Xi'an region, there are dozens of pyramid-like tomb structures, mostly from the Qin and Han dynasties, but these structures have not received much attention beyond local archaeological studies. The Teotihuacan pyramid in Mexico is another major structure included in this theory. Known as the Pyramid of the Sun, this structure is located in the ancient city of Teotihuacan in central Mexico and is speculated to have served as an energy collection center. The pyramid's width and height are comparable to those of the pyramids in Egypt, and it is claimed to be aligned with other pyramids around the world. The pyramids of Meru in Sudan also draw attention as part of this theory. Meru, the capital of the ancient Nubian kingdom in Sudan, features pyramids whose structure and alignment are seen as another example pointing to a global network for energy or signal transmission. According to this theory, it is not enough for the pyramids to simply be aligned with one another. The alignment must also be arranged in such a way that it could affect the planet's electromagnetic field. In other words, the pyramids are positioned at strategic points on Earth, designed to interact with each other. Some theorists claim that these pyramids use these energy lines to either enhance the planet's magnetic field or facilitate the transmission of signals from one place to another. The most striking aspect of this theory is the idea that there could be energy transfer among all these structures. This suggests not only signal transmission across the Earth, but also the possibility of receiving and retransmitting signals from space. Proponents of the theory argue that such an alignment is not coincidental, but was consciously arranged either by extraterrestrial intervention or through ancient advanced technology. The alignment of the pyramids and their relationship to energy lines suggests that they could function as a sort of antenna on Earth. Could these structures collect and transmit signals from space? Or were they built by ancient civilizations as a means to connect with universal energy? These questions form the cornerstone of this theory. What's interesting is that this theory is not entirely a product of imagination. Some ancient texts and depictions contain clues about devices or structures that were used to communicate with gods or celestial beings. Particularly in ancient Egypt, there are frequent references to gods descending from the heavens and that it was possible to communicate with them through specific sacred structures. These structures are often interpreted as pyramids or temples. For example, the stones placed at the top of pyramids, called pyramidions, are thought to represent the connection with the sun god Ra. It is said that in ancient Egypt, these stones were believed to collect and disperse cosmic energy. Moreover, symbolic methods of direct communication with the gods are described in significant Egyptian writings, such as the Book of the Dead and the Coffin texts. These writings mention stargates and paths of ascension, referring to structures that allowed pharaohs to meet with gods and ascend to the heavens after death. Specifically, the paths leading to Duat, the Egyptian underworld, are associated with gateways to the sky, and these mysterious structures are frequently depicted in these texts. Similar depictions are also found in Sumerian culture. For example, the Sumerian god Enlil is said to have descended from the heavens and communicated with his people through a ziggurat. Ziggurats, pyramid-like structures, were often built in locations believed to have connections with the gods. These structures were not only places of worship, but also seen as points of communication with the gods. Enlil's ziggurat in Nippur is one of the most famous examples of this communication concept. Some theories suggest that these structures acted as antennas where gods descended to earth and interacted with their people. Mount Meru, featured in Buddhist mythology and Hinduism, is another significant element associated with this concept. Mount Meru is depicted as the sacred mountain at the center of the universe in both Hindu and Buddhist cosmology. In Buddhist monasteries, a model of this mountain is made, often represented as a step pyramid structure. On top of these pyramid models, strange device figures are depicted. Some researchers believe that these device figures point to some form of energy or signal transmission. In Hindu texts, such as the Bhagavad Gita and Ramayana, it is mentioned that gods descended to earth with flying vehicles and embarked on celestial journeys. These narratives are interpreted by some researchers as hints that technological devices were used in the ancient world. These kinds of depictions and inscriptions, especially when combined with the idea of gods from the heavens, are seen as supportive elements for theories related to pyramids and other ancient structures. In other words, these structures may not only be symbolic, but also designed as communication tools. The theory that ancient civilizations built such structures as an attempt to connect with space or divine forces remains a popular idea, particularly among alternative history theorists. Scientists generally approach these claims with more caution. Many archaeologists and historians argue that the astronomical alignments of the pyramids have more religious and cultural significance. For example, the alignment of the Giza pyramids in Egypt with the Orion constellation is explained as a symbolic arrangement representing the connection of the pharaohs with the gods. It is believed that this alignment signifies the pharaoh's journey to join the gods after death and embark on an eternal voyage among the stars. Archaeologists suggest that these astronomical meanings reflect the religious beliefs and cosmological views of the people. Similarly, the idea that the pyramids were built as astronomical calendars or sacred structures is widely accepted. These structures, constructed based on the movement of the sun and stars, may have allowed ancient civilizations to track seasonal cycles and celestial events. For example, the Giza pyramids are known to have specific alignments with astronomical events such as solstices and equinoxes. Scientists argue that these alignments were used primarily for religious and agricultural purposes, and there is no concrete evidence supporting theories of energy or signal transmission. However, just as there are scientists who oppose this theory, there are also alternative thinkers who support these ideas. Alternative history researchers propose that ancient civilizations may have possessed far more advanced technologies than we think, and the pyramids could be a reflection of these technologies. According to them, the pyramids were not only symbolic or religious structures, but also remnants of advanced technological constructs. Particularly theorists who believe that the gods referred to in ancient texts were actually extraterrestrial beings argue that the pyramids may have been structures for signal transmission or energy collection. According to this alternative theory, pyramids may not have been built solely on Earth, but could have been constructed as centers to collect and direct signals from different parts of the universe. Their strategic locations and geometric structures are seen by proponents of this theory as signs of advanced engineering and unknown technology. The alignment similarities in the pyramids of Egypt, China, and South America are cited as evidence suggesting these structures were part of a global energy or communication network. This theory suggests that ancient civilizations might have engaged in some form of cosmic communication or energy exchange with extraterrestrial beings. In conclusion, the location of the pyramids on Earth, their depictions in ancient texts, and modern conspiracy theories continue to fuel much speculation about these mysterious structures. While some researchers argue that pyramids may have been constructed as energy or communication complexes, the scientific community emphasizes the lack of concrete evidence to support such claims. Archaeological findings show that pyramids were primarily built for religious and cultural purposes, yet their function remains largely shrouded in mystery. The question of whether these massive structures were merely symbolic or religious, or if they had more advanced technological purposes, continues to complicate our understanding of the ancient world. The question of whether the pyramids were used to communicate with extraterrestrial beings or to transmit energy remains a highly debated topic, particularly among alternative history theorists. These ideas often draw inspiration from ancient texts and cultural stories, which seem to hint at advanced technologies or otherworldly connections. However, traditional scientific approaches remain cautious and skeptical of such claims, citing the lack of solid evidence to support these theories. Despite this, the many unknowns surrounding the construction process of the pyramids and their strategic positioning on Earth suggest that further research and speculation will continue. Were the pyramids truly structures that transmitted signals to space, or were they simply monumental symbols of human intelligence and engineering? This question remains one of the great mysteries surrounding the purpose of the pyramids. However, one thing is clear. Until the secrets of the pyramids are fully unveiled, these structures will continue to be among the greatest sources of mystery and intrigue on Earth, capturing the curiosity of both scientists and enthusiasts alike. So what do you think? You can share your thoughts on this topic in the comments. Thank you for watching the video. If you enjoyed my content, don't forget to subscribe to my channel and stay tuned. You can support my channel by liking and commenting on my content. Until we meet again.